Holy shit, that went a little bit too far.
Pokemon Ranger, I choose you!
What's up my dear boys and girls, it's your Ranger Boy here and welcome to another review of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Today I'll try to tackle episode 37, Rockruff and the Guardian Deity of the Ruins of Life, as quick as possible. So without any more hesitation, grab some popcorn, grab some cookies, and let's do this. So after a nearly 1 minute recap of last week's episode, we are witnessing Rockruff thinking about how he KO'd one of his own teammates. Clearly bothered by that, Rockruff runs off, of course with Pikachu noticing his absence, and tries to let off some steam by training while also dodging the falling rubble. Tapu Lele, who just flies by things,
oh yeah, that looks like fun,
joins the training session. Soon after that activates Psychic Terrain and beats the living crap out of our beloved doggy. Because, seeing his Pokemon unconscious on the ground, Ash quickly rushes to Rockruff while also realizing that the Guardian Deity must be nearby. Of course, Rockruff is pissed off at the Tapu beating him up for no reason whatsoever and therefore wants to chase after it, and even goes so far to ignore Ash and biting him, which gives him another PTSD moment of Rowlet. The next morning arrives and the group is worried about Ash running away without letting anybody know. But quickly after that, he arrives and tells everybody what happened to Rockruff last night. And now the gang is searching for Rockruff instead, and it seems like that Olivia's LYCANROC can somehow sense where he is. Same with Gladion's Midnight LYCANROC. Hey, welcome back Gladion, after hearing Rockruff's desperate howling. And while Midnight Doggy is on his way, Gladion and his Umbreon enter a cave while trying to calm down their newest companion, Type NULL, who seems to be in a lot of pain. Moving on with the main plot, Rockruff got surprised by a nearby Fearow, falls into a river and with its last remaining energy escapes near death. Luckily, Olivia's Midday LYCANROC and Gladion's Midnight LYCANROC not only appear at the same time but also seem to have the same intention in mind, helping out Ash's Pokemon by bringing it to the one Pokemon who caused all this, Tapu Lele. So Gladion's Pokemon demands the Tapu to heal Rockruff, and the Island Deity answers this rudeness with smashing LYCANROC against a wall. Now Olivia's MVP tries to demand the Tapu's help in a more polite way, and at first it seems to work, since Tapu Lele tries to heal Rockruff. For some odd reason, however, the healing dust of Tapu Lele seems to show barely any effect, and soon after that it tries to attack the unconscious Rockruff. Wait, what? Until Midday LYCANROC gets between them and joins its Midnight counterpart to the I Just Got Smashed club. Meanwhile, thanks to an appearing young goose who got healed by Tapu Lele, Ash and the others assume that Rockruff must be with the deity. But Olivia expresses her concern because the Akala deity is not only known for healing Pokemon, but it's also known for battling Pokemon just for fun, and even going so far to attack unconscious Pokemon until they nearly die. What the fuck? And naturally, after hearing that BS, Ash is rushing to Rockruff. Fortunately, Ash arrives in time because Tapu Lele once again tried to attack the unconscious Rockruff. As a result of this display of friendship, Tapu Lele decides to do something else instead and uses Drain Kiss on both LYCANROCs and Ash.
Oi, back off, that's my boy right there,
and uses all that gathered up energy to heal Rockruff. After being healed, Rockruff seems to be attracted to the sunset, and soon our doggy and the other participants in this event witness the so-called Green Flash, which is actually a real life and rare nature event. Nice touch, Sun and Moon. And during that Green Flash, Rockruff starts to evolve into the now infamous Dusk FOrm. Ash, being really happy about this unknown new form, goes straight up to his newly evolved Pokemon and hugs it. Really touching, especially for Olivia. And with a newly evolved LYCANROC, Ash and the others are now returning to Melemele Island, because we just spent 7 episodes in Akala Island and are now returning to the island which we were stuck in for more than 30 episodes. Yay! Anyway, that's the end of the episode, and without any further ado, let's dive right into the ratings. What can I say about the story? The story overall was pretty decent, but there were some huge missteps in regards of certain elements of the episode. But first, let's talk about the good things. First of all, Rockruff, and that it still got some regrets left from last week's episode, which was awesome, but at the same time expected, since he attacked one of his own teammates. Also, the involvements of both LYCANROCs were good, even though I find it kinda off that nobody ever asked where Midnight LYCANROC actually came from. The little foreshadowed event in regards of Type NULL was also awesome, especially the fact that Gladion expressed how much Type NULL is in pain, and how the helmet around it caused all this pain. And last but not least, Rockruff's evolution combined with the real life nature event called Green Flash was beautiful. Unfortunately, like I mentioned before, there were some some massive negatives in regards of the episode as well, for example Tapu Lele. Never ever has it been hinted before in the anime that Tapu Lele has this cruelty as one of its main character traits. In its Sun Pokédex entry it has been stated that it somewhat has a cruel nature, but going so far to showcase that Tapu Lele would attack an unconscious Pokemon just for fun until they are nearly dead? Like, what the fuck? It has no reason to be this cruel, and Olivia even states that it does all this for fun. And speaking of Olivia's statement, after expressing her concern in regards of Tapu Lele's never mentioned before cruelty and that rockruff might possibly die, the Sun anime tried to build up an emotional impact which just felt forced. I know that the Sun anime sometimes try to tackle different aspects, but this "oh my god, my rockruff might die" situation felt like a forced ass pull for the sake of drama. In this episode they tried so hard to create this fake tension of danger that in the end they just ruined a huge chunk of the episode for me. So with the BS Tapu who attacks Pokemon just because, combined with this fake created situation of danger, I have to give the story a 7 out of 10. What can I say about the focus? The title is called Rockruff and the Guardian Deity of the Rules of Life, which means that the main focus was about Rockruff and its interaction with Tapu Lele. Even putting aside the fact that Rockruff barely interacted with the deity at all, besides the first minutes, I just didn't like the focus because, like I said before, Tapu Lele's cruelty was a character trait which first of all was never mentioned before, not even from Olivia back then, but also had no justification, in my opinion, was solely there to create this fake tension. Again, I know that the cruelty part is hinted in its Sun Pokédex entry, but doing this new interpretation by making the Tapu a dangerous Pokemon who might end up killing your Pokemon, just bullshit. And therefore, 6 out of 10. Last but not least, animation. Like always, the animation is the saving grace of this anime. The most beautifully animated part was, of course, the Rockruff evolution during the Green Flash, which, just like Steenie before, was detailed. I especially liked how they animated Ash's emotions during and after the evolution through his eyes, which was just awesome. But I also liked how they animated the debut of type Null, together with Gladion in the darkness, which also creates this contrast compared to the bright daylight which Ash is in. Besides that, the rest was rather generic. The Tapu Lele battle with Rockruff was nothing spectacular battle animation wise, and the encounter between the deity and both LYCANROCs was also nothing to write home about, but a decent 9 out of 10. So this episode scores a 7.33 out of 10 with the recommendation to watch it because Dusk FOrm LYCANROC is cool and Ash's emotions were at some parts presented really well. And of course for the sake of Gladion and type Null. But I can't fully recommend it because the drama around Tapu Lele just feels forced and like an ass pull for the sake of drama. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review and just like always, see you guys in the comment section down below. Bye guys!